Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to ReelTV.
And welcome to another episode of ReelTV. I am your host, Conor Smith.
And I'm also your host for this warm winter day, Eric Dowling.
This is stupid, but today we're talking about Thanksgiving releases. There's a lot of good stuff coming out, or it might not be good, but we will find out. Hunger Games, and then the highly anticipated, maybe anticipated, is Penguins of Madagascar and Horrible Bosses and The Imitation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch.
See, okay,
He's also in Penguins of Madagascar,
yes,
also.
Which
seems like an odd choice, but...
he's just doing it for money. But I think the Penguins, I thought that was coming out like in the summer, because like there's only been one trailer for that movie and it came out like a month ago. Like I thought that movie was like not supposed to come out in like Thanksgiving, and they haven't done a good job promoting it, in my opinion. Because like I didn't know it was coming out this weekend or next weekend or during
I think
break.
they might have switched it with this other movie, with the one with Jim Parsons called Home.
Oh, okay.
That might be wrong, but I thought that one was coming out first. But you know what? There's this one little thing in the commercials where the penguin's like eating cheese curls, and I swear to God, it's the most annoying thing ever. But have you seen that?
Yeah.
I think that's the most obnoxious thing. But I love the Madagascar movies. I love all three of them, and the one thing about it is that I don't know if they'll be able to carry this movie, which is kind of how I feel about the Minions too.
They have a TV show.
I've never seen the TV show.
The TV show's like okay. I've watched like an episode or two, like here and there. Like it's like a kids. It's on Nickelodeon. It's a kids TV show. It's exactly what you want it to be. But like you were about to say with the Minions, like you're too much of a good thing. Hollywood is a bad thing. I'm looking right at you. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. I don't want more Minions. We're going to have a movie all in a foreign language for kids where no one's going to understand what's happening. It's going to be like WALL-E all over again, but with less heart. That's my opinion about the Minions movie.
Like, I love the Minions, and they're like, beep, boop, apple, blah, 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 but like their histrionics get really old after a while, where they're just like, they do the same little things over. But that's kind of how I feel about the little squirrel in Ice Age. Like, it was like funny as hell, and then give it 4 sequels later, and the squirrel's like on a pirate ship, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
But like even still, like they didn't decide to do like a scratch movie for Ice Age.
It's Scrat, Eric.
Whatever. Okay.
Have you seen Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. It's not that big of a deal.
But anyway, so let's talk about the more polarizing of all the movies that are being released, Hunger Games.
How is that polarizing? I
think
like everyone's super pumped about it.
That's why it's the most anticipated, it's the biggest release, but like, you know, there are those people that are very anti-Hunger Games because they're like anti the tween movies or whatever, you know, but I think it's more polarizing in the fact that what is the direction they're going to go in, because Philip Seymour Hoffman died halfway through.
He's not a big character in the book, so like he's significant, but like I think that like they've probably filmed enough, and they can, like, the other stuff that they had to do, they'll just put on other characters. Because they're not doing CGI, they're not...
I thought they were doing, like, CGI.
I'm pretty sure they're not doing it, which would just be a mess. But I think it's going to be great. The reviews are awesome so far, and I love the series. Jennifer Lawrence, all hail. But I think the bad thing is that all the really great stuff happens in the second half of the book of Mockingjay.
So it's all like setting up.
I don't know if it's just going to be an overload of exposition and we're just going to be bored as hell, but
isn't that how Harry Potter: The Deathly Hallows was?
There were still some really cool like action scenes in the first half.
Just for a viewer note, I boycotted the last 2 Harry Potter movies because the 6th one disappointed me so much, and even though I've heard so many good things about the last 2, I still haven't seen it.
Okay, well, like, no one cares. I'm just kidding. But like that's like why would you do that though? Like I feel like that's like does your enjoyment of the 6th one have like I feel like
the 6th was like my favorite book.
Oh, so you were just like butthurt about
they destroyed the whole premise of the movie, like Dumbledore's death scene. Spoiler, by the way.
The book came out 10 years ago, Eric. Not everyone's read it yet. Okay, well.
Sorry. But like I just think that they really just mishandled it.
Really?
But anyway, so that's another point. But let's talk about a movie that's coming out in small release, limited release, Foxcatcher, which I want to see. I think of all these movies coming out, that's the one that I'm most excited for because, like, I'm so, like, entranced by Steve Carell's, like, transformation between his, like, goofy comedic self to, like, this character that he's playing.
Yeah.
Right. I love Jason Bateman. I love Charlie Day. So, like, in theory, it should have been a really awesome, funny, charismatic movie, but I just heard it was
I think
just,
it
like,
is. I think
flatline.
I would definitely still watch it. Jennifer Aniston steals the whole movie, the first one. Kevin Spacey's hilarious. The three of them, the three guys, have awesome chemistry. The one thing about it is that, like, a sequel, it kind of is reminding me a lot of Hangover. Like, there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for a sequel.
What about 21 Jump Street, though? Like,
See, but the great thing about 22 Jump Street was that the whole thing was so self-deprecating, and the fact that, like, it knew that it was the story of 22 Jump Street was exactly the same as 21 Jump Street, and they totally made fun of that.
But
they
do you think
totally embraced that, and that's why it was so funny.
do you think they'll do that with Horrible Bosses,
I
too?
don't. So I'm hesitant, but Christoph Waltz is amazing. So, and Chris Pine's in it too. So hopefully they'll add a little something. So, wrapping things up, Penguins of Madagascar is the 26th. Horrible Bosses is the 26th, I think. Hunger Games is this Friday, and Imitation Game is the 28th, I think. I might get those dates wrong. But
And Interstellar's already out. So
Interstellar, we're going to try and go 70mm IMAX. Or at least I am. I don't know if it's playing near you. But that's all we have on ReelTV for this segment, so stay tuned for some news. Some crazy things happened this week. And
remember to volunteer as tribute. Stay tuned.
oh, okay. Yeah, bye. That was funny.
Hello, welcome back to ReelTV. I'm Connor Smith.
And I'm Michael Bolter.
Next Friday, Mockingjay Part 1 is being released in theaters. In the film, Katniss Everdeen, played by Jennifer Lawrence, finds herself in District 13 after she literally shatters the games forever. Under the leadership of President Coin and the advice of her trusted friends, Katniss spreads her wings as she fights to save PETA, played by Josh Hutcherson, and a nation moved by her courage.
This Tuesday, SimCity, A Dame to Kill For, 22 Jump Street, If I Stay, Into the Storm, The Wind Rises, and So It Goes are being released on DVD, Blu-ray, and video on demand. Any of those look interesting to you?
I gotta say, I want to check out Sin City, I think. I've heard great things about it, and it seems really unique the way it's shot with the black and white, and I've heard great things from my friends, so.
Yeah, I really think I need to watch the first one, though, before the second one. Apparently
Yeah.
it was better. I don't know. The only one I actually saw in there was 22 Jump Street.
Definitely. Give you some context for the second one.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, sounds good. So I'm Connor Smith.
I'm Michael Bolter.
Thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to ReelTV. My name is Adam Murray.
I'm Kyle Wexler.
And I'm Conor JVD.
And my microphone just dropped. But we will be discussing some news and some happenings that have happened. Happened yet. That this past week in
Just
movies.
news in
Yeah,
movies.
just news. Oh, stop it. The first one, Christoph Waltz is possibly the new Bond villain. I'm excited for that because I love
Interesting.
Christoph Waltz.
I think he's going to be a great Bond villain, saying that the past two performances that I saw him in both got him Oscars, and that he is honestly a very lovable bad guy. So he's not going to just be that, I'm the bad guy, I'm wearing a mask, or God, maybe he is, but like, even if he's doing that, I will still like him for it, just because his like acting style is lovable. It's very, affable to some degree.
And it's almost like he's got the face for it too. I think like he's just got that. It's not
a bad
creepy.
guy.
It's not creepy, but at the same time, like, it's enticing, but not creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
it's
love
that-
to see it.
Yeah,
You love to
exactly.
see it.
It's very enticing
And
to an audience.
he was good in playing a villain in Glorious Bastards too.
Yeah.
Right, he was great as that.
And Django.
And Django, but
He
really
wasn't
good.
really
He
the
was a
villain in
hero,
Django,
though.
but like he was still like,
And he was still good.
he was still killing people, which is pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
The next one, Daniel Bruhl, who was in the movie Rush
Yeah.
with Chris Hemsworth. He will be starring in Captain America 3.
Okay.
I thought Rush was one of the most underrated movies in, I think it was 2013? Was that
Yeah, it was
2013 that it came out?
This is Ron Howard, I believe, who
Yeah,
directed
it was really exciting. I think
And
it was one of his best.
Yeah.
And he, as an actor, really showed that side to him because because at first, if you watch videos of the actual person that he was portraying in Rush, then you'd be able to see how well an adaptation he actually did in terms of that character.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too because Marvel: The Civil War is the Captain America subtitle, and it's interesting because it's not really about a villain; it's about more of like the government trying to take over.
Well, that's what I liked about Captain America too.
Right.
I think that was one of its strong suits.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't about someone; it was about a whole organization that would seem.
And then they blew it all up, which was like the best part. Of
Exactly,
I watched
yeah.
it, and it was just pretty much very entertaining to that point.
It should be interesting to see how they fit him in.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, another new movie that is coming out in 2016 from Lucasfilms is called Strange Magic, which is going to be an interesting movie, a animation about I believe, actually no, that would be wrong, but yeah, it's actually inspired by Midsummer Night's Dream, a Shakespeare play, and I don't know how that's going to really play out, and they haven't really given that many details about it. But it's going to be.
It's interesting that Lucasfilm is doing that because it's.
I wouldn't expect that from them.
Yeah, they're so known for like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all that, and now like they're starting to get more into children's stuff, and it seems like if it's animated, it might be more geared towards children. So I'll be interested to see where it goes from there.
Yeah, and Midsummer Night's Dream is also a great play, and to see it maybe a modernized version, at least in language we can understand, would be absolutely incredible.
It's always interesting to see how people interpret Shakespeare stuff. Like with She's the Man with Amanda Bynes, like that's
true, even that. And the funny thing is I want to see how Lucasfilm is going to be able to go and jump from making animation as in TV shows like Clone Wars into a movie, and that's going to truly play out interestingly. Another sad story that we have for today is that the Big Bang Theory voice actress Carol Ann Suzy has passed away. And she was, as most of you might know, Mrs. Wolowitz, I believe. And she was that lady in the background, I believe Howard's mom, and you would hear her shout, being like, "What are you doing?" And she had that distinct voice. I've only heard it a few times, but still, it's kind of sad to hear when an actress like that passes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a shame for anyone to die, obviously. But it's just like it's one of those.
Is she going to be able to be replaced though? That's what I'm curious about. You never saw her face; you only heard her voice.
Yeah, I feel
they
like it'd be
can't
easier
go on
for a voiceover probably because like I feel like people can actually like imitate the voices much more easily than actually portraying someone
Howard does it on The Big Bang Theory, so maybe he could do it. I mean, because she's such a great character, and I think she's so funny. You can't just not drop her entirely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just can't because it's so funny. On the TV side, I guess that was TV too, but Fox ordered 6 additional episodes of The Mindy Project, and also, much to Conor Smith, there's 2 Conor Smiths on our show now. Conor Smith. And then CBS also canceled The Millers. I didn't watch The Millers, so I don't know if it was good or not, so I can't really say
I heard
about
terrible things about it. I heard that the fact that they made it past the first pilot episode is actually amazing. And the show, what show did you say they ordered?
The Mindy Project.
The Mindy Project?
I don't know if I said that.
One interesting fact about that is now that they ordered 6 more episodes, the idea behind it is that they kind of might want to push it even further because this could be a clear indication that they will be asking for more episodes due to they're currently going to be filming 66 episodes. If they hit that 80 mark, that means that they can...
I think is it 88 or 8?
88, I think.
88 then.
Yeah, it's the 4th season because usually a season's like 20, 22.
True. You're right. Then it will be able to go into syndication, and that's where the real big bucks are in current television.
Yes. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's where...
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, sorry.
Okay. So polite here on Real.
Anywho, another funny story that we have for you guys is that M. Night Shyamalan, one of the most controversial directors in my opinion, because God knows what else he's going to do. After The Sixth Sense, and everyone was so pumped that this new auteur director is coming out, he completely just ruined it. And pretty much most of the movies that we made after that, going back to The Village, going back to The Happening, and I forget his movies just because I stopped watching it. But
it just got worse and worse, I think. It just got more ridiculous, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Avatar, The Last Airbender, the beloved show on Nickelodeon, was completely ruined by his movie.
True.
It's like a $200 million production.
Moving on, he's actually making a movie named The Visit that he is filming in private with a very low budget, and he's probably doing this just because he's scared that even if it sucks again, they're going to go ahead and it's not really going to be a big loss because it's not like any big network is backing it currently.
Yeah.
So he's filming it near his house, I believe, in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh or something. And it's going to be really curious to see if he's making a big comeback after all his disasters.
I wouldn't be surprised with the comeback part because he does have his ideas are good. I just think people don't connect with them as much. You know what I mean? I think The Sixth Sense, it was very, the big twist at the end was very human in a sense, but then it just got more ridiculous and more unbelievable.
He can write. in my opinion, he's a great writer.
Yeah.
It's just when it comes to the actual filming part,
Yeah.
he's not that good at it.
See, I liked Signs, I liked Unbreakable, and I loved The Sixth Sense. But then like Lady in the Water was bad. Then you had Happening, and it was just
It went
it's like-
downhill.
just like take a couple. And after year one, oh no, not year one. The After Earth, the one with Will Smith.
Oh,
and
that was
Jada
such a
Pinkett.
big disaster.
Yeah, it's just like
Wow.
I don't know. Universal on the back to the movie side wants to at least make 3 more Fast and Furious films. See, that sounds like an awful idea on a film perspective, but there are people that will go out and see these Fast and Furious movies, and they will go out in droves, and it will always make
Cars exploding, fast, speed chases, people shooting each other, The Rock, Vin Diesel, obviously, 2 huge macho dudes. They're like our current day Arnold Schwarzenegger almost. And they're just going to be, blowing stuff up and just clearly doing
So
what
on a
they've
bus-
been doing best.
Yeah, on the business side, it's
But
Great
probably-
investment.
Yeah, it's probably a great
Yeah.
idea, but
And that just shows how they don't care about the story at all. They said, okay, we'll figure out the story after we plug the 3 new movies. And it's just, it seems like they have no idea what they're doing. And they're saying, let's just get
It's not going to be a clear, super obviously, surprise who's going to act in it either. 'Cause
Right.
It's
Yeah.
literally going to be the same people, minus Paul Walker, which you
Yeah.
just turned into a new drink. I know it's too soon. Go try it. But anyways,
depressing.
still, he's clearly not going to be in the next movies unless they bring his brother in, which I doubt they'll do.
yeah,
But
I don't
still,
know.
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see the new movie and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Moving on, a very exciting development is that Disney just released that they will be coming out with 2 new movies in the next 2 years, I believe 2015 and 2016. And one of them is called Disney's Zootopia, which is about a fast-talking fox, which is going to be interesting. And the one after that is called Moana, which is a animation. They're both animations, obviously, and they're going to be Disney animations, so you're going to love them. And it's going to be about a Hawaiian girl who goes on this mystical journey. And I'm curious how this is going to turn out because
That sounds like every other Disney princess movie.
especially after the last 2, Big Hero 6, and especially Frozen with such big
Frozen.
hits.
Yep.
I mean,
Disney's just made to. They're so
Yeah, it's
good
just
at
so
the
weird.
animation.
They're so
It's just-
dominating,
yeah,
too.
it'll be just, I don't know. I think they'll probably have 2 more hits on their hands.
Anything?
at least, yeah.
Anything
Yeah, I
else?
think that's all the news that I have. How about you guys?
Yep,
Nope,
that's
that's
all the
it.
news I have as well. I
Okay.
guess we're good for today. Thank you for listening to us. I'm again Colin J. Viagin.
Kyle Wexler.
And I'm Adam Murray.
Have a good day.
Have a great rest of your day.